Hello everyone, I'm Greatlook, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to Space Engineers Moonbase for episode 6, where I finished this one landing pad and just wanted to show you. So, I did move it out a bit, because then we could have this nice staircase going up to the batteries. And this landing pad accommodates the mining ship here and takes into consideration these thrusters that will damage the floor around here on the landing pad and space for this mining drill. And it's connected, of course. Not really connected to anything. Actually, I haven't even finished these. Whoops. So let's just grab some stuff for that. And we need more landing pads, of course. One for this ship, for example. But one thing I ran into was that I'm low on steel plate. One of the reasons for that is that the mothership is low on power. So I think I started these thingies here again. Oh, I turned them off again, okay. But we're low on power, so the refineries and the assemblers aren't really running full time. But at some point we'll also run out of stone in here to refine, so then we will lack resources again. So we have some things that we need to do. We need to actually connect the mothership with the grid here so it can be powered by solar power. We also need more solar arrays, obviously, because this is not enough to power a lot of stuff. And then we need to figure out if we want to mine a lot of rock around here, or if we should just use our mining ship to haul stuff, go around and mine. I'm not sure what we want to do there. But at least let's start with getting the mothership actually docked. So we have a few docking ports on the back and one on each side, but I think that's the only ones. We don't have anyone underneath. Or anything underneath. We could change that, of course, but we could also just have some place where we can back the ship onto and then have it dock. Maybe both have the connector at the back and then have somewhere where we can actually touch down, so we aren't reliant on power to keep floating or anything. I think we are gonna do that. So how long is this ship compared to the others? I think it's about the same length. So we could do a landing pad over here for that. I think that would be okay. Let's start on it. Of course it's gonna be bigger, and of course this is gonna require a lot of iron, but let's just get all of a lot of steel plate, which requires iron. But let's just get all this scaffolding set up, and then we can make the docking port actually, get some power, and then we can finish building everything. So how much of a space do we want in between here? We don't want it to be too risky to try and land. I guess we could build them on the same, well, totally connected, and just start building the landing pad here and just have this path in between all of the orange lines here are supposed to be, well, what's it called? Walking paths. I do think we want to split it up a bit though. Let's just say 5 spaces in between. So build out from here. Not totally sure how long it needs to be or anything, or how wide for that matter. So we will have to get the ship over here to measure that at some point. Let's just get the small platform down, or a large platform to be honest, down to start with. Whoops. And we are gonna run out of steel plate here soon. Hopefully we have more in the mothership again now. Come back. Maybe we should get the ship over to see how much space we actually need. Of course, we need 3 blocks at the edge here to be our walking path. Pedestrian path, or whatever we want to call it. Oh, I guess we're out of power. That's why that door doesn't work. Let's just turn these on for a bit. I guess we don't get a lot of solar power for these solar panels here. We could also just move this into a more sunny spot, but for now we need to figure out how much space we need at the new landing pad. So let's do that. Do we need to do anything before we can just take off here? Turn engines on? Or thrusters, I mean. We are half full of hydrogen, so we should be fine there. Batteries on. Unlock. It's been a while since I last flew this, so just trying to be a bit careful. Nothing on the screen, great. We don't want to get too close because then we're just starting to destroy everything. Maybe we should just connect this right now and then start building under it. Let's at least try. maybe actually land it first. That should be pretty easy. Let's also build the connector, I guess. How are we gonna connect it without getting damaged by these, though? Probably need a good long piece of scaffolding here. So we should be able to connect to that, right? At least if we remove this first. Oh, of course we need to construct it, dang it. I'm getting ahead of myself here. We need more steel. Hopefully there's some in here. Oh dear leg. Okay. We have a connection. Let's just check how close we are with the landing gear here. Should be able to get another block in. Yeah, it sounded like the landing gear actually connected. It did. Good. So now we don't need the engines anymore. And we can press connect and turn engines on. Perfect. Batteries should be balancing themselves with the ones in the battery bank. I'm not actually sure how much power is in here. But at least now we should be producing full times in the refinery and assemblers. Are these actually receiving from the mothership? I guess they are. We should probably turn off the hydrogen engines here. Hydrogen generators or whatever they're called. Yeah, no input now. Okay. We are producing power. No, we're not. Okay, so apparently the game thinks that there's some part of this area over here where we are in the shadow, because no power is being produced from the solar panels from there. And I mean, it might be something to do with which part of the planet you're on. If we're just a little bit south of the North Pole, it might think that the sun is actually on the opposite side of the planet right now. Which adds, well, would make a little bit of sense, I guess. Oh. So we can continue this. Let's just clean up a bit first. So if we landed this here, would we be clear from this? No, this engine would be overlapping, so we need to make an extra space on the other side of the ship. Of course, there's gonna be large holes in this platform for all of the thrusters, but let's just make the layout first here. We probably don't need this much space at the back either, so let's just stop around here. I'm almost out of hydrogen here, so we should probably get that taken care of as well. Fill up. Let's try and get some full bottles as well. I guess those went into storage tanks, which we do not have in the inventory screen, I guess. I don't even know what to look for here, dang it. Maybe we should just not put them in here ever, because it's so hard to find them again. That sounds like we are out of iron again. Or looks like we are out of iron. What are the refineries working on? Cobalt instead of stone. Great. That was not a good idea. Let's do that. And that. Okay. Have we finished whatever we needed? Apparently we have. Okay. So let's get a new one of each of these. Is it really taking them and bringing them where exactly? They are called bottles, right? Hydrogen bottles, yeah. Dang it. Why are they moving filled bottles? Can you not combine these? Well, apparently not. So, if we show these in the inventory again. No bottles here? Really? All? Are these also hidden? This is not hidden, no. And why would the bottles be moved? They're not just moved to connectors, right? That's not why. Maybe it's into these. Yeah, it is. Okay. It makes sense that it moves the empty bottles in, but why the filled bottles? Really? I don't have the space for that. Let's move all of those. What happens if I do this? Is it moved? No, it's not. So we can fill these manual items. 2 of these needs to be filled, 3 of them. Let's find a oxygen tank. Do we not have any exposed ports on oxygen tanks? Guess not. So when I put one of these in here, cool. We can't. Okay. Nothing hiding in here. Nah. That's a bit annoying. Can we interact with this? No. Well, we'll put them in there for now, I guess. And for now, I guess we'll put the rest of the bottles in here. And then we should probably figure out how much hydrogen we have left on the ship. It's been hovering here for a while. It's doing okay. Okay. Do we have any extra steel? Nope. We do have some over here though. So we can continue this stuff. Oh, come on, stop. Okay, how does that look? Seems like we are still overlapping by 1 block here, and then 1 block from the other side as well. But maybe that's not as big of a problem here. Maybe it's okay to have this overhead when you walk around, as long as you don't have the downwards firing thrusters over your head. So maybe this distance is just fine. I think so. We do need some... Well, we need a hole for this though, so maybe it's not okay. Yeah. not okay. We do need the expected space then. If I want to make slopes into a hole that covers the whole thing at least. Yeah, so 2 more rows here. Okay, I think that's good. So this is our path. The ship can actually move up to here if we want to. So 1 tile further forward. Just saying. This might even be one of those times where I actually want to put a connector on a piston. So land the ship and then use a piston to connect instead of having to connect in air. That sounds like a good idea, I think. Let's work on that. It would be nice if we actually knew the exact dimensions here. So this needs to be a slope. Which is this block here. Let's just see the distances up it goes. So if we move that one over, we have the slope there. Yeah, and I think that's all good. How about the front? I just want to figure out where we need the holes in the landing pad here. So the ship can move up and use the space if it wants to. So basically 2 tiles forward. How many tiles in do we need the hole then? So it moves 2 tiles forward. This is this block. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces in between. There is also supposed to be solid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we need the hole, right? So move this 2 blocks forward. Would be above that hole now. Yes, it is. Okay. The hole needs to move though. So this is landing pad, this is supposed to be slope. The corner of the slope, 3 slope. And another, well, not a corner because we need the next engines to have place or spots here. Empty holes, I mean. God dang words, so hard. And another slope. So that's the first part of the hole. Let's grab some energy. Not sure how I used that so fast. So the hole needs to be 3 by 3 long plus 2 slopes. So 11 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, How much space do we have in between here? 6 minus 2 slopes, so 4. Yeah, it's gonna be a somewhat tight fit, but whatever. So here's another hole. One, two, three, four, 5. Okay. And that's the other hole. And I think that's it. Need to accommodate the thrusters, right? Yeah. Let's clean this stuff up. Good. Shall we just put in the slopes here? I guess it's about time for that. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.